Cool. So, guys, give me a shout if you can't see my screen because it should be saying Shape Party or Launch Party Training. If you can see it, wicked. We'll crack on. So, what I want to do, guys, is take you through some training of how to effectively invite for your Shape Party or your Launch Party. So, if you're relatively new to the business, let's say you're a senior consultant or a brand new member, and you're looking to create a bit of momentum at the start, these shake or slash launch parties are a fantastic way to build a client base and effectively recruit. So before we start, I'll fill you in with a bit of information over the last week. We've just got back from the Dream Team Future Presidents Team training. Bit of a long one that, but we were pretty much schooled by Matthew Barraclough. He's a millionaire team member in the business. He's 7.5k, so it means he's got 150,000 volume on 3 levels, but around 1 million overall per month, by the way. So he's been around the business for 20 years. He's been around David Bevan for 20 years, who is our Chairman's Club member in the UK. So whatever comes from Matthew's mouth is pretty much what we should all go for, because he is the lead in all aspects when it comes to the UK growth. We had a few of the Dream Team movement members there. Obviously, Sharon, Vanessa, myself and Jay were there. And what came out of the training was a bit of history about the Dream Team. The Dream Team has only been around for around 4 years, to be honest. It was started by Matt. Matt went and found two or three really serious people, and it's all sprung from there. So you've got the stories of Daniel Spiller, Gary Richards. Those guys are upline in the business. You've got Clinton McTaggart, who are sideline. And then they pretty much set the UK alight. And it's our plan now for the next 12 months is to do exactly the same. We've released some dates for some of the next events. A lot of the guys are looking forward to Summer Spectacular, which is an event open to everyone. It's going to be in Manchester, and the dates we're not allowed to tell you, but it's going to be the 2nd or 3rd of July. So I shouldn't have told you that, but I might as well tell you. And there was loads of training from it, to be honest. It was all high-level training from that day on Sunday. So not really something that we can go straight into. But once you start progressing through the marketing plan, you get to see some of the high-level training, and it really does blow your mind. And if you spoke to anyone that was at the event, they'll probably tell you their heads are still spinning now. There was a saying that come out of that event, and it made everyone laugh, really, because there's a saying that stop dipping your toes in, and what it pretty much means is a lot of guys join the business and they see it as maybe a bit of a hobby, or they want the big stuff but don't really want to put the effort in, or they're maybe a bit afraid to actually go in and go for it. And this saying come out of it, really, stop dipping your toes in, because it happens so many times. So many people got so many big aspirations, but when it comes to putting the work in and really doing the do, they're only literally getting their toes wet. And then me and Dan found a photo of when we were out in Thailand a good few years back, when we were diving together, and pretty much whacked out on Facebook and just showed them we are soaking wet. We're up to our neck in it, to be honest. And if you do get yourself soaking wet, get up to your neck in it, you are going to build a great business. It's all about hard work, dedication, learning from the best, and you start moving on. I like to say to a few people, at least put your wellies on, because that'll get you somewhere. So we'll go straight into the shake parties. So why do we do shake parties or launch parties? It is a great way to showcase what we do to your friends and family, even your work colleagues and stuff like that. Sometimes when you're a brand new member, it's quite daunting having to go around and do these things on your own. That's why your sponsor would come along and pretty much go through a presentation, lay a few shakes out for the guests, and just pretty much give them an understanding of what Herbalife is. It's not a pitch whatsoever. Everyone that comes to these shake parties might be a bit sceptical at the start, And then to the end of it, they're pretty much sold on the idea, because the testimonials as part of the presentation are unbelievable. They're real people. Your sponsor will be standing up there, who's probably got an amazing Pillar 1 result. So it's a really amazing way to showcase what Herbalife is to your friends and family. It is the easiest way to launch your business. Fact. All you have to do really is invite a load of people, all your circle of influence around for a launch party. Once they're around, they're going to see what we do, look at the testimonials, like I said before, and they're going to want to give the 3-day trial a go, so it only costs a tenner. Helps people understand what we do at Herbalife, helps educate people on leading a healthy, active lifestyle. Even if people didn't go away with a 3-day trial, you've actually done something positive. You've helped educate them on what food choices they should be choosing, exercise ideas, and stuff like that. And what it pretty much is it's a great thing for you to invite to, because even if people go away and they don't buy anything, they're going to go away to their friends and family and speak of you. And that's when you get loads of referrals, because they haven't been pitched, they haven't been sold on, they're more than likely going to send people your way. And these launch parties are guaranteed profits. Like, the more people you put in the room, the more money you make. Here's some of the photos of the January shake parties. So we've got, this was Jay's, Jenny and Kirsty's at the start of January. So there was a good few numbers in the room, to be honest, about 15 odd. Here's some of the photos. That's Kirsty sharing a testimonial. So she didn't actually do the full presentation, but we give her a good 2 or 3 minutes to share a testimonial. And if you've seen Kirsty's testimonial, you'll be amazed by it. And everyone in the room was just in awe. And that's why that meeting was so successful. This is Kirsty's one she done back at home. So she went back to Scotland, up to Edinburgh, and did her own one. And obviously she's got a few numbers in the room there, a few 3-day trials out, as you can see. Everyone's buzzing in that picture. This is Elle Forders. So Elle done one at her place, and that's how we do things. So literally, look where the laptop is on top of a load of briefcases. I think that's what Elle's taken away on holiday with her. I'd have stood up there, I'd done a little presentation, made a few shakes out, as you can see in the bottom right. And there was this guy here with his arms crossed. He probably was a bit sceptical at the start, but once he tried CR7 and stuff like that, that they're all loving life. This is Minnie out in Spain. So hats off to Minnie, by the way, because obviously I didn't go out there and run that one for her. I would have loved to, because the weather's probably much better out there than it is here. But she went through the presentation like a pro. Look at her setup there. That's unbelievable. That's an amazing setup. So well done, Minnie. Great work on that one. This is Sharon's one. This is probably one of the biggest shake parties. And the reason why it was one of the biggest is because Sharon invited like hell. And she followed people up like hell. She rang them before, once they got their invitation. She rang them before the night before to make sure they were coming. She done everything by the book, and that's why she's got such a big turnout, and that's why she done over 3,000 PPV last month. Incredible. This is Sadie up in Luton. So Sadie got a good few numbers at her shake party. We're just waiting on her to book our next one in. Nikki, whose one was this? I think this is Kim Lee's, I think. So that's Nikki up there presenting at Kim's one. This is Sarah Byron's customer. So Sarah's already doing the 2nd generation shake parties there, because what the intentions are is, once you've got your shake party or launch party done and out of the way, it's good to ask your current clients whether they'd like to run one themselves. And then what it is that you're just breeding ambassadors for fun. So it's an incredible way to build a business. This is the Healthy Happy Hour in the middle of January last month. So myself, Nikki and Vanessa go to like a business networking group, and we invited all those guys up and got a really good turnout for that one. Personally, I got about 4 or 5 full program customers out of that, and one potential member who's going to bring along a PT on the opportunity meeting on Tuesday evening. Jenny Purdy, she's smashing it at the moment. Amazing shake party. Look at that layout. Good numbers at her shake party as well. This is Sarah Swiles. So look, loads of people interested. She looks amazingly interested. I think she's buzzing for it. She can't wait to get on the products. But that's how easy these things are, guys. Literally get a few people in the room, little presentation, make them a few bits of water, a few shakes, and they're all sold on it. This is Charlotte Goodyear's. So Charlotte's she's got an amazing testimonial out of this shake party. I think she's got one or two people might be coming to the opportunity meeting on Tuesday evening just off the back of that shake party alone. I've actually had a look at Charlotte's volume this month, and she probably won't mind me sharing, but she's done about 700 volume in January. Already she's on about 800 this month, and we're 4 days in, and that is the success off of that shake party. So guys, you've got to be doing these shake parties, just getting in front of people, doing your launch parties, having little chats, and it's all done for you. This is Rebecca. So Becky down in, I think she's down in Cobham Way. So that's a good layout down there. Again, good numbers, very good numbers. I think a few people are interested there as well. This is Deanna and Luke's. That's their shake party. So another lot of good numbers. I know Deanna's old man, he's doing really well on the products and pretty much changing his life. And obviously, they've got a good bit of response out of that one as well. And this is Emma Nicklin. It's a great layout there from Emma Nicklin. She's back on it. And Kelly Herberts. I think this was the last shake party of the month, to be honest. And Kelly had a really good turnout. She's done really well with inviting her guests along. In fact, Kelly, Kelly, can you unmute your line?
Hiya.
You're right. Can you just give the guys a background on your shake party and how you found it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, basically I just went to town on my circle of influence, and I just invited people that had liked statuses previously, people that were ex-clients, people that I just felt were interested. I probably didn't invite as many as I should have done, but I've already got my next one booked in for the 19th of Feb anyway this month, so it's only in a few weeks' time, so I know what to do now. I basically invited my mum and my brother, and bearing in mind I've been in the business a year now, I just felt that I needed them here to see what I was actually doing, as I'm now full-time in the business. My brother's quite a big skeptic, so I won't hold my breath on that one, but I feel that he definitely took a lot more information than he thought he was going to away with him. And whether he likes it or not, I'm sure at some point in the future, when he stops being stubborn, he will actually come to me. Off the back of that, I didn't actually have anybody booking any 3-day trials or anything. However, I did have quite a few people, including my auntie, jump on the scales. I just did a quick one-to-one with them and kind of went through the wellness profile more in depth, but only for like 5 minutes at a time. So it was a really quick way of being able to kind of do a group session as such. Off the back of it, I've actually had one of them that messaged me and wanted to go on a 3-day trial, which she started today. So bearing in mind my party was on Friday, she started today, so it's just starting to filter through. She's coming to see me on Sunday, and she's actually bringing her niece with her, who was one of the guests that came along and said she couldn't afford it at the moment, but she needs to put weight on. And I've given her quite a lot of information, and I think that, you know, when she comes along on Sunday, when it's just the 3 of us together, it might give her a bit more opportunity to be able to ask more questions and kind of decide whether she can, you know, change the cost of something else she's spending money on and put it into this instead. Because obviously at the end of the day, especially with if you're underweight, it's a massive health risk. So you need, you know, it's important. And that was it really. It just goes to show you, and I actually feel really good about it because I know I was giving free advice on my Facebook. There was no selling. It was just, thanks everyone for coming. What a lovely way to spend a free Friday evening. And obviously I could say that because no money exchanged hands. There was no sales pitch or anything like that. And it just gives people a lot of food for thought. So I'm a big fan. Wish I'd kind of done a few more last year instead of leaving it a year. But as I say, I've got the next one booked in a few weeks' time. So I'm just hoping that this time the people that basically said no, I've re-invited them, and I just feel that they're going to find it a lot more difficult to say no a second time round, basically. So that's my tactic.
Brilliant. Thanks, Kelly. Can you mute your line just so there's no echo going through? But yeah, thanks for sharing that, Kelly. That just goes to show, just by simple invitations, even to your friends and family, you're going to get people into a room. And how I look at this is, these guys here that have just been to that shake party, you've educated them on how to refer you other people. So even if they didn't get on the products, they're going to have a better understanding of what Herbalife is. And when someone does say to them, passing, I need to lose a little bit of weight, got a holiday coming up, they can say, look, I know Kelly, she does Herbalife. I've actually been to a presentation and I was really impressed by it. So it really does help that way. This is Michelle's shake party. So Michelle, brand new to the business. Well done on that one. That's pretty much your launch party as well. Cool. So we're going to get into the training. So with any type of invitation to like an event, a shake party, an opportunity meeting, or something along those lines, we need to go through a simple process. And this is very simple and broken down, really easy for you to understand. So the first thing we do with everyone is qualify people. So we need to make sure these people either want to come, they've got a need for coming, they might have already spoke to you before about losing a little bit of weight, might need to gain a little bit of weight, they might be into their gym, they might be into weightlifting, so like we've got the sport range and stuff like that, they might be into their football. So, but with a shake party, the qualifying list is pretty much everyone, to be honest. Because when we talk about qualifying people for an opportunity meeting, it means that they need to have a need or an interest in the business. But with a shake party, every single person can be invited, because it's not as if you're telling them they need to lose weight. All you're doing is say, come along, check it out, see what we actually do at Herbalife. So you've got a better understanding of what we do. And then once you've got your list of people that you want to invite, then all you've got to do is start inviting. Sending out effective invitations, and we'll talk about those in a minute. And then the presentation is the shake party itself. So getting people around, big smiley faces, saying hello to everyone, getting to know people at the shake party, making a few shakes up, being a bit organised with things, making sure you turn up early for your shake party, not late. Make sure that the place is all nice and neat, tidy. You want to make a really good impression for your guests. And then the presentation. So the presentation part, if you've not done a launch party or a shake party before, then your sponsor's going to do this for you. But if you did do the shake party in January, then this is your time now to step up, show that you can be a leader, get in front of people and do a presentation. But all it pretty much is, it is a wellness profile with a bit on the front end. And then you've got the wellness profile. So that is the follow-up. So if anyone is interested in giving it a go, and then what they do is they book in for a wellness profile. Some people have been doing the wellness profile straight away after the shake party, and that's completely down to you. Some people have been booking it in during the week. So that's how you follow people up if they are interested in giving it a go. So we're going to go through qualifying first. So write a list, guys, of everyone you pretty much know. So you should already have a Circle Influence list. But everyone pretty much local. So your current clients, your old clients, friends, family, work colleagues, old work colleagues, sports, people at social clubs. And what I always encourage is get them to bring a guest. Just tell them that feel free to bring as many guests as you want. Just say the busier the room, the better for me. Because really they are helping you out by coming along to your shake party or launch party. And if everyone brought a guest, then your room's completely doubled. So once you've got your list written down, then it's time to start inviting. And what I say to pretty much the whole team is that there are 3 ways to invite, and each way has got is stronger than the other. So the strongest way to invite to a shake party, even to an opportunity meeting, a wellness profile, fit club, is face to face. Face to face, they haven't got any time to make up an excuse. They have to pretty much tell you the truth straight away. And when let's say you bump into a colleague or one of your friends, and you just say to them, look, mate, I've got a shake party next week. I'm just showing people what I'm doing at Herbalife. It's not one of these things where we're pitching you. You don't bring your wallet along, but it'll be good if you can come and check it out. Are you free that night? Just something along the lines of that. And then they're going to be interested. They're going to say, yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll come along. help you out. I'll put some numbers in the room for you. Phone call is the second best, really, just picking up the phone, because the people you want at your shake party, you want to like them enough that you can just pick up the phone to them. That you don't want no one there that you don't like, really. So pick up the phone and say, how you doing, mate? Got a shake party coming up, or a launch party, launching my business, and I want to show as many people as possible what I'm actually getting into. It's not one of these things where you get pitched, by the way. You'll come along, check it out, see what I'm actually doing with this company now. And then if you do know anyone interested, you can refer them on to me and do me a favour. And the last resort really is a text. So maybe dropping a text into a few people, just obviously along the lines of this. So if you want to take a little screenshot of that and use that one's been working with a few people. I wouldn't go and send this text to someone that you haven't spoken to in 2 years. Make contact first, say hello to them, ask them what they've been up to. They're always going to ask you what you've been up to, and then you can say, look, I'm doing Herbalife now. I've actually got a shake party coming up. Do you want to come along and check it out? A big no-no is Facebook posts. Don't be posting it out on Facebook. Looks desperate. It don't look professional whatsoever. And bulk messaging on Facebook and stuff like that. It just annoys people, to be honest. And the numbers are, this is how the numbers pretty much work out. If 20 people say yes, 10 will turn up. So it's a 50% success rate of people that have confirmed on the last phone call, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So it is a 50% success rate of people that turn up. So the more people you invite, obviously the more people that turn up. So that's your invitation. So that's the first part of it, really. That is the first part of your shake party, the invitation. You need to start inviting people. And what I recommend to everyone is have a target, have a set target of the amount of people that say yes. So if you want let's say you want a shake party of 20 people, let's say you're a brand new member, by the way, and you know about the Success Builder order. So if you do a one-off order of 1,000 volume, you get a 42% discount on that order. So let's say you're going towards that. Really, you need about 15 to 20 people in a shake party for that to really happen. And then from there, you're going to get loads of people on the 3-day trial. So you need big numbers in your shake party. If you're only looking for around 5 customers to look after, then you want about 10 people to turn up to your shake party. So you need about 20 people to say yes, and 10 of those will turn up, and you probably get about maybe 5 or 6 of those guys on the 3-day trials and a good few full programs off the back of that one. And then this is carrying on with the invitation process. Once the person has agreed that they'd like to come along, there's a 3-step process after this. So write this down, guys. Get your notepads and pens out, because you need to write this down and get this right, because the guys that have been getting this right in January are the guys that have been having the most people in their shake parties, and they're the guys that are banging out big volumes this month already. Charlotte Goodyear's, Sharon's, Nikki Taylor's, all those guys are banging out really big volume because they really got this right. So once you've got that person to say yes, then you need to get their address, so that get their home address. So they send that across to you, and then what you're going to do, you're going to send them, post them an invitation. Now, this makes it 100% personal, rather than they're thinking that you're just inviting them to fill the room up. So if you say to them, look, mate, can you send me over your house address so I can post you a personal invitation, that it comes across so much better. So you send that invite across, post it, second class stamp, bang, put it out there, and then that gets delivered to them. It normally takes 1 or 2 days for the post to deliver. And then what you do then, that evening, you want to give those guys a call just to confirm that they received the invitation. So this is what the call might sound like. Hi, John, how you doing, mate? Just giving you a quick call. Did you receive that invitation through the post today? And they say, yay or nay. And you say, okay, great. Put it in the diary, mate. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Wicked. That's all you got to do. Phone down, speak to you later. And then from now, they've confirmed. So they've already said yes through the invitation. The first part of the invitation, they said yes. Now you've sent them an invite by post, and you've called them to see whether they've got it, they've confirmed again that they're coming because they've got the invite and they've said, yes, I've got the invite, it's in the diary. So confirmation 1, confirmation 2. So if you've ever read or listened to GoPro by Eric Worre, this might be quite reminiscent because he talks about confirming your guest or your prospect. So 1, confirmed. 2nd is confirmed on that phone call. And then the next bit, so step number 3, is what you want to do. You want to give those guys a call. So every single person that has received the invitation by post, you need to give them a call the night before the shake party. And then what you need to do, guys, give them a call and just ask whether it is just them coming. Don't ask, are they coming? Because you do sound quite desperate if you do those sort of things. Just give them a call, something like this. Hi, John, how you doing, mate? Shake party tomorrow night. Is it just you coming so I know how many shakes to lay out and chairs and stuff like that? And they go, yeah, it is me coming, mate. I might bring the wife along. Okay, wicked. I'll see you tomorrow night. It's going to be a buzzing night. And that's all you got to say. Nothing else. And then they've confirmed the 3rd time. Now, the chances of them pulling out on you now are considerably less because they've confirmed 3 times that they're coming. And they are 50% of them are going to be there if you follow this process. So if you actually, I don't know if Sharon's on the call, I can't actually check, but I know what her numbers were. So Sharon invited just around, I think it was 71 people she actually started talking to invite to the shake party. Of those 71, 44 said yes. So 44 people said yes. Then what Sharon did, she started posting out the invitations. So from those 44, she posted out the invitations. She called to confirm that they received it. I think it was 30 odd said that they received it, or 30 odd picked up the phone. But the night before, she confirmed with all of them. So she rang them all up saying, look, the party's tomorrow. Is it just you coming? And they all confirmed. From that 44, I think 23 or 25 people turned up to the shake party. So that's around 50%. If you actually look at the numbers. And that's if you actually follow this process. So you have to follow this process step by step. Because you still will get people that pull out last minute. Things happen, life gets in the way. Some people make up some dodgy excuses. I've heard them all, they're mental. But if you invite properly, then you will get big numbers in this room. So you really got to understand this bit, guys. So if I'm going to upload this and record it, if you didn't really get much of this, make sure you go back and listen to it again, because this is the most important part. And then what I want you to do as well is I want you to track things. So I'm big on tracking. I love tracking everything. And what would be great if you could is write down a list of everyone you've invited. So let's say you want to put 40 people, 20 people in your shake party. So give yourself a target to invite 60 odd people. Write them all down. Once you've invited them, tick them off. Tick, 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 tick. Have they said yes or no on the next column? And then from there, post the invite. So the ones that said yes, have you posted their invite? Tick, brilliant, unbelievable. Once they get, once you know that it's been delivered, then you give them a call to see whether they received it. Tick, 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 tick. And then the night before, you give them a call to make sure it's just them coming. Tick, didn't answer, tick, and you're going to get no answers from some people, but you get a few people saying yes, they're definitely coming, and they might be bringing 1 or 2 guests. And this from tracking it, you can actually work out who's going to be at your shake party the next day, and it really does help. Really does help. And then it comes on to the presentation. So this is the fun part, really. This is the easy part, in my way. It's literally making a few shakes, cutting up a few bars, laying out a few testimonials and stuff like that, and then just going through the presentation and really giving it a good old bash, talking about the problems around us, going into a bit of the wellness profile, and then the majority really is talking about the testimonials, because that's what pretty much gets everyone. And then once that's done, the presentation roughly lasts about 20 minutes. Once that's done, pretty much you just open the floor to questions, and you'll get loads of people coming up to you, asking you a few questions, asking you a few things that you definitely will know and you'll be able to answer. And from there, you'll be booking people in for wellness profiles and stuff like that. And then the follow-up. So this is when you want to book them in for a wellness profile if they're interested. Obviously, it's not one of the meetings where you're going to try and sell them something, but if they are interested, book them in for a wellness profile, get them onto a 3-day trial, then onto a full. And then from there, what you want to start doing is at the Shape Party, keep an eye out for anyone that you think might be quite handy in the business, because you might have 1 or 2 people there that might be thinking, oh, I wouldn't mind doing this myself, running a little Shape Party, because obviously the host tonight has probably made a bit of money out of this. So I'm myself. And a great story is Vanessa Mutian. She invited very well to her Shape Party, and she asked one of her friends to bring someone else along. And the person that they brought along was Emma Ball. You might have seen Emma being introduced to the group over the last week. And Emma, in the business, I've seen her up here with a few guests at the Healthy Happy Hour at the Wellness Centre, and she's got her own Shape Party booked in. So Emma's going to fly past Senior Consultant this month, and she's looking like a star in the business. And that's just from Vanessa inviting people to a Shape Party, and her business is starting to grow. Same with Charlotte Goodyear. She's got a couple of guests in the HOM from her Shape Party. Chloe Davis has got one of her guests from a Shape Party into the HOM. I think Sharon's got one coming up. Nikki Taylor. Guys, these shape parties and launch parties are actually recruitment tools. So you've really got to start inviting people to it. So you want to give this a real good go, a real good bash. Start invite heavy. So don't just come off this call now and go, okay, cool, I'm going to invite around 5 or 6 people because I reckon they're definitely going to come. That is not going to happen, guys. You have to invite heavy. Invite about 40 to 50 people. Get out there, get speaking to people, step outside your comfort zone. Stop dipping your toes in, and let's get soaking wet. All right? So that's the presentation done. Let me stop sharing my screen. What I'm going to do now, just for a quick couple of minutes, I'm going to open up the floor for any questions. Has anyone got any questions? Vanessa's on the call. Yes, I can get her to talk. Who else we got? Vanessa, you love talking.
I'm driving at the moment. Can you actually hear me?
Yeah, can you
I've just had 3 wellness profiles.
I don't want to be the person that calls you deaf. So let's not have you talking while you're driving.
Oh, I'm at a petrol station. I've come to refuel.
All right, cool. Can you share with the guys what actually happened? Because we had a bit of a mishap, didn't we? Because I was supposed to run your Shape Party. I couldn't do it in the end, and you ain't let me live it down at all yet. So
no, I'm not gonna either.
Yeah, just explain to the guys what the Shape Party was like and what's some of it.
Okay, hi guys. Basically, obviously Jed was supposed to be doing the Shape Party for me. I didn't really want to do it because I've not really been comfortable talking to my family. Because you're gonna get the haters, and not haters, but they all sort of like laugh at me. So I was a bit embarrassed, and I didn't really want to do it. Then Jed, like last minute, just say he couldn't make it, so I was a bit nervous. Anyway, I did it. I had I invited 106 people, and in the end, 21 came, and you do have to over-invite. You do have to over-invite, and 21 people come, and yeah, basically, I was a bit nervous. I was going to cancel it, and I didn't really want to because I felt if I did do that, it would look really bad on me. I did the presentation. I had like 2 hours to prep for it. It is the wellness profile, and I just basically I got everything ready. My family helped me set it up and everything. I rushed around trying to hook it up to my TV. I did it in the end, and then it was really my friend who brought Emma along who started the conversation. I was like, oh, what's this then? And it is really nerve-wracking, guys, but you can do it because if you're passionate for the products, you're going to just talk about it naturally. For me, for triathlon training, I basically was talking about the CR7 and how it's so good. And from then, luckily, my friend who was asking me about it is a triathlete as well. And Emma, who was a friend, obviously, I don't know if is Emma on the call? I don't know. But she, I basically was just talking about what I do, and I think people could see how passionate I was about the product. I didn't even try. I didn't even practice. I was just talking about, okay, so this slide is, muscle mass. The way that we work out muscle mass is, for every pound of muscle that we have in our body is da-da-da-da, and how we work it out. it's just basically what you're doing with clients anyway. And you sort of realise halfway through, oh my God, they're all listening to me, and they're actually listening to me. It was the most weirdest feeling ever. Then afterwards, Emma came up to me and she said to me, like, okay, I said, has anyone got any questions? And no one answered. And I was like, fucking great. So then at the end of it, I was just like, yeah, okay, we'll mingle. So they all started talking and reading the magazines and everything. And then Emma came up to me and was like, Hannah said, yeah, Emma's got a question. I was like, yeah, cool. Because I didn't do it. I only just did it to educate. I didn't do it to sell anything, nothing. I just did it to educate. She came up to me. She was like, I just want to know how I get into the business. And I was like, I took her to Danny Spillers, and Daniel Spiller did the presentation in the end. And then basically she joined, and she's killing it. Actually, she's killing it.
Yeah,
she's done very well. So from the shape party, I must admit, I had 6 wellness profiles out of that, and 3 of them was tonight.
There you go.
Powerful.
There you go.
And I did not want to do it. Trust me. Me and Jed had a conversation. I did not want to do it on my own, but I did it, and it was one of the most amazing things ever, actually, because that's the biggest thing out of my comfort zone. And I'm quite a confident person, but that I wasn't with. So good luck, guys. You can do it. Everyone can do it. If I can do it, anyone can. Good luck.
Wicked. Thanks, Vanessa. Yeah, so that just goes.
I'm going to put petrol in my car now, so.
Cool. I'll mute you anyway. That just goes to show what happens when you get your shake parties organised. Invite heavy, because Vanessa does speak to a lot of people, and she invited a lot of people to that shake party. Hence the good numbers in the room. So you have to over-invite. You have to expect a lot of people to blow out last minute, because it's when it does get to the crunch, when it does get to that hour before the shake party, if they've had a bad day at work, then they ain't going to turn up. So make sure you over-invite just to compensate those sort of things. Kay, can you? I'm going to unmute you. So, Kay, can you explain? Give a bit of insight into your shake party. Yours is good.
Hold on, I've gone. Where you go? Oh.
We can hear you.
Oh, it's all right. You disappeared. I haven't actually done one myself. I helped Sarah.
Ah, right, cool.
And I've got one on. I'm helping with Lucy and Chris on Saturday.
How was Sarah's then?
Yeah, it was good. We only had, I think, it was 7 came.
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure how many she did actually invite in the end. There was a couple of people that, again, like Vanessa said, no, you say, like, have you got any questions, and no one sort of really says anything. So I think it's more a case trying just to have a little mingle and talk to them one by one.
Yeah.
But yeah, she didn't, as of yet, hasn't got anything from that.
Cool.
But I think for next time we need to over-invite.
Yeah. It's sometimes it's a bit of a lesson learned when 7's a good number for a shake party, by the way. It's not a bad number. But that's the lesson learned. Like if you don't invite properly, invite enough people, then you're not going to get them turn up, and you're going to be a little bit disappointed when you don't get anything from it. So you have to put the effort in. Like it'd be great if I had Sharon on the call, because I know how many people she invited, and she just went through everyone, talking to every single person, saying, come along, help me out, getting her friends to help her out by bringing people along. That's how it works. It's just getting loads of people in the room. Once they're in the room and they start tasting the shakes, talk to other people on the products, then it starts moving. Another little trick is make sure you invite your current clients, because they're the best people to have there. They're going to sell it for you. Because if they're in the room and they're getting great results, then it's sold. Like all the guests there are going to go, okay, cool, it's working for that person. It's going to work for me, so I'm going to give it a shot. Charlotte, are you driving? Yeah, she's driving.
No, I've just pulled up.
Are you pulled up with you?
Yeah, I've just pulled up for petrol.
Oh, cool. Charlotte, can you share yours? Because yours has been a real success.
Yeah, I had 17 confirmed they were coming. The day before, 12 said they was going to come, and 9 turned up. So far, one of them is coming to a HOM. She was an ex-customer who was just selling it for me. I didn't really have to say anything. She was just telling everyone how brilliant everything was. 4 have gone on to full program so far. I've got 2 still on 3-day trials, and 1 was an ex-customer who's gone back on the product.
There you go.
So,
because your volume's flying this month, you're on about 800.
yeah, I know.
Smashing it. And that's
also,
the show.
Because they all tried it with the PDM as well, it's made it a lot easier to convert because they always tried the flavours they wanted.
Yeah.
So when they went on, it's made it a lot easier. When I've done a profile with them, and after a 3-day trial, they was all, we want the PDM, we want the bars, because they all tried it all. They was all upgraded, and it was a lot easier to set it afterwards.
Yeah. No, that's spot on. Thanks, Charlotte. Well done. Like you got yourself a guest at the HRM as well. So flying. Oh. Say again.
I just got another one. I just done a profile. I've done a weigh-in for my family of 4, and they brought 2 people onto the weigh-in. So I've just done profiles with them while I was there. So I've invited them to the HRM as well.
Boom. Flying. You'll be going through cuts of active supervisors soon with that momentum. Seriously. So well done. Same with yourself, Kelly. Like you'll be going through cuts of active supervisor as well with the that you're going to create. If you carry on doing these shake parties, you speak to more people, over invite. Natasha, let me see if I can hear you.
Hi, Jed. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How many? Because you're brand new to the business.
Yeah.
Guys, say hello to Natasha. Give her a little wave. She's brand new to the business. So, Natasha, you've got a shake party organised for next week. How many people have you invited so far?
Okay, so I just want to apologise and hi guys. I basically was late on the call, as you probably noticed, Jed, because I was actually being proactive because you obviously texted me. So I actually was late getting on the call because I was out and I was like, right, who else can I invite? I was like, I need to invite my neighbours. I was like, I need to get the word out. So I went with a bunch of flyers, went and knocking on my neighbours' doors at like 9 o'clock at night going, look, you need to hear about this because obviously they're right down the road from where it's being held anyway. Yeah. So I went to them, I spoke about the product, I explained everything. A lot of people have already heard about the product anyway. So they seemed more than happy to obviously give up an hour or so of their Thursday night. And I said, you're more than welcome to bring people along as well. And then obviously I've come back in onto the call. So roughly it stands about now, I've invited about 36 people. I'd say around 14 of them are strong candidates to definitely turn up and come. And if all those 14 bring another 14, hopefully fingers crossed, like 28 people there in the room. Hopefully.
That's awesome. And because we've already spoke about the Success Builder order, let's say you reckon 34 said yes.
34 I've extended the invitation out to.
Okay, yeah.
14 have said yes,
cool.
They want to come, their invitation. And then I've had 5 people, I believe it is, because I've done my tracker as you like.
Yeah.
I've there's about 5 people who haven't kind of got back to me with their address, and I'm just sort of trying to get back to them, chase them up and say, you know, I'd like to be able to send you out your invitation. I'm sending more out, and I've tried to obviously get in touch and speak to them again via that way.
Cool, wicked. Yeah, so like if you think about with those 14, if we just base it off the 14, you're probably looking at about 6 or 7 turn up to the shake party. So essentially what you want to try and do with that sort of stuff is just extend the invites out a bit further, get a few more people interested, keep letting them know that they can bring guests. Once you've got about 20 saying they're coming, you'll probably get a good 10 to 12 turn up. And then, so if you want bigger numbers in there, for a Success Builder order, you want about 15 to 20 people in there, to be honest.
I also today, Kai's nursery, I was explaining to you again as well. I also gave to the manager of the nursery, so I only managed to give it to her today because she wasn't around for me to be able to give it to her. So I gave that to her. So there's probably about 20 girls that work in the nursery, 15 to 20 girls. So hopefully if she can obviously put it out to them, and then they can contact me if they hopefully want to maybe come along. I mean, they only live the road from it as well. So hopefully that'll get the word around and get it buzzing as well.
Wicked. So so guys, that's a brand new member in the business there. And that's once you, because all you guys are obviously looking to sponsor a few people into the business yourselves. That is the way to set people up nowadays. Yes, you still do the guinea pig message and get people to practice the wellness profile, but these launch parties and shake parties are the way forward, and we should all be doing them. So if you haven't done one yourself, I recommend getting one booked in. Obviously, there's a few guys on the call that haven't done one, so obviously drop me a message and we can try and arrange a time. You know now how to invite. You know how many people you need to invite to get good numbers. So it's all down to you really for the invitations, and then we'll take it from there. So, guys, thanks for joining the call. If you want some big momentum, let's stop dipping your toes in and at least get your wellies on, eh? So I'll see you all at the regional training days over the next couple of months. See you later, guys. Take care.